Properties of nerve fibers. Excitability. Excitability is defined as an physiochemical change that occurs in a tissue when stimulus is applied. Stimulus is defined as an external agent which produces excitability in the tissues. Chronology is an propagated important parameters to determine the condition of nerve fiber. Clinically, the damage of nerve fiber is determined by measuring the chronology. It is measured by chrononex meter. Response due to stimulation of nerve fiber. When a nerve fiber is stimulated based on the strength of stimulus, two types of response develops: action potential or nerve impulse, and electronic potential or local potential. Action potential or nerve impulse. Action potential in a nerve fiber is similar to that in a muscle except for some minor differences. As you can see, this is a diagram of an action potential. Electronic potential or local potential. Electronic potential or local potential is a non-propagated local response that develops in the nerve fiber when a subliminal stimulus is applied. Subliminal or sub-threshold stimulus do not produce action potential, but it alerts the resting membrane potential and produces slight depolarization for about 7 milliwatt. Voltage clamping. The term voltage clamping refers to an experimental method that uses electrodes to alter and control the membrane potential voltage. Clamp technique is a modified patch clamp technique applied to nerve fibers. It is used to measure the ionic current across the membrane of nerve fiber by fixing the membrane potential at a desired voltage. Conductivity. Conductivity is the ability of nerve fibers to transmit the impulse from the area of stimulation to the other areas. Action potential is transmitted through the nerve fiber as nerve impulse. Normally, in the body, the action potential is transmitted through the nerve impulse in only one direction. However, in experimental condition, when the nerve fiber is stimulated, the action potential travels through the nerve fiber in either direction. Refractory period. Refractory period is the period at which the nerve does not give any response to the stimulus. Types of refractory periods. So there are two types of refractory periods, that is absolute refractory period and relative refractory period. Conduction through myelinated nerve fiber. Saltatory condition. Saltatory condition is the form of condition of nerve impulse in which impulse jumps from one node to another. Conduction of impulse through myelinated nerve fibers is about 50 times faster than other non-myelinated fibers. It is because the action potential jump from one node to another node of runway instead of traveling through the entire nerve fiber. Stimulation. When one subliminal stimulus is applied, it does not produce any response in the nerve fiber because the subliminal stimulus is very weak. However, two or more subliminal stimulus are applied within a short interval of about 0.5 millisecond. The response is produced. It is because of the subliminal stimulus are summed up together to become strong enough to produce the response. This phenomenon is known as stimulation. Adaptation. While stimulating a nerve fiber continuously, the excitability of the nerve fiber is greater in the beginning. Later, the response decreases slowly, and finally, the nerve fiber does not show any response at all. This phenomenon is known as adaptation, or accommodation. Infatigability. Nerve fiber do not fatigue even it is stimulated continuously for a long time. The reason is that nerve fibers can conduct only one action potential at a time. All or one law. All or one law says that when a nerve is stimulated by a stimulus, it gives maximum response or do not give response at all. So this is all about properties of nerve fibers.